Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU. Will Campbell, is he back to be the top offensive lineman on the board? So, look, this is subject to change, as are all things with the draft. It seems to change by the day. But remember how, going into the season, the Athletic had Will Campbell number 1 overall in their big board, and everyone's like, oh, he's a guaranteed top 10 pick, blah, blah, blah. And some run game struggles during the season. Really never struggled in the pass game. Maybe Kennard got him a couple times. Maybe Landon got him a couple times. But I think only one sack. So either way, ends up during the season, you're kind of like, well, I don't know. Actually, maybe he's not going to be in the top 10. It looks like, Jake, he's trending back to that top 10. Because Calvin Banks, who was the other big competition out of Texas, he ended up struggling even more than Campbell did. He dealt with injury concerns at the end of the year. And another name that people appear very high on, and this is maybe a big value pick coming up in the draft, is Josh Simmons. That's the Ohio State left tackle who had a really good 23, was supposed to be awesome this year, ends up getting hurt, basically misses the entire year. And so, I don't know, even though there's some talk of is Campbell guard, is he a tackle? It looks like Will Campbell potentially back to being the top offensive lineman on the board. And what does that make you? Top 10 pick?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Right now, ESPN.com has him as the 14th overall player, third at his position.
Who do they have ahead of him?
Josh Simmons
and Kelvin
Banks. Josh Connerly Jr. from Oregon.
Oh, Connerly. Okay.
Now, I will say he did not have the best Senior Bowl. Remember the viral clip of the Marshall edge rusher?
Oh, yeah.
That was him.
Who's the Marshall edge rusher again? What's his name? Green?
Yeah.
Green?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a dog, though.
Yeah, and he did that to a lot of people. So I wouldn't be too upset there, but because Mike Green is somebody that he's 6'4", 248, probably 6'3", but still, I didn't realize he was that big. I thought he was more like 6'1", so he went out there and measured really well for the Senior Bowl. But look, Will Campbell's somebody that we've seen do it at the highest level. If he ended up being the number 1 tackle, I would not be surprised. I think he's a top 15 pick regardless of how it plays out. I know there's some length concerns. I know there's some people that are
Is that why they're saying guard? They don't think he's long enough?
Yeah, they don't think he's long enough.
Maybe you should call up Ocho. I never felt that, though. I never felt that Will Campbell's lacking in length.
He's also a puncher. There's some tackles that like to try to use that length and try to get underneath your pads a little bit, but he's somebody that is a puncher. He doesn't try to do that. So I always felt like if you're somebody that is, not in the I lean on my arm length being the reason why, then.
Well, I always laugh, Jake, speaking of that, because when I was a senior, I think it might have been, I was maybe trying to get ready for the NFL. I can't remember exactly what the time was, but me and Will Blackwell did a training session with Andrew Whitworth.
Yeah.
And his pass blocking technique is awesome, but not something I was capable of.
Right.
It was just it was him being just get wide and get this giant wingspan and then boom, coming up underneath and grabbing.
Yes.
I got these short little arms and I can't do that.
And you're a puncher.
Try to punch.
Right. Yeah. I was talking with Kyle Long about this, and Kyle's just like Whitworth. He could touch, every wall in this room at the same time. That's how he's built. And that's how he was. We were talking about Will Campbell. He's like, look, no, this guy is somebody that just shocks you with that initial punch, and then he gets into your pads. And so everybody does it a little bit different. Now, if he was trying to do the Whitworth technique, no, he doesn't have the arm length to do that. Yeah. But I would not have a concern about it. I mean, he went against the best of the best in college edge rushers, and he won 98% of those battles probably.
Yeah.
Now, the run game stuff, we can have a conversation about that, but if you're playing guard in the NFL, the run game stuff's only going to go up. I mean, you're talking about pulling on.
I was going to say
that
becomes even more
runs.
important. Yeah, you better be better than that at that if you're going to try to play guard in the league. But good news for Campbell, as it appears still firmly first round, maybe top half of the first round. I'll be very intrigued to see who ends up drafted.
Emory Jones might be a top 50 player as well. He had some big moments at the Senior Bowl, so excited to kind of see where he goes. Miles Frazier certainly played his way. He's certainly going to get drafted now after what he did. And maybe the biggest riser of any LSU player is Mason Taylor.
Yeah.
With some of these NFL draft guys that you talk with, because coming into it, it was going to be Tyler Warren from Penn State, Colston Loveland from Michigan, and then it was like a bunch of other people that were, I mean, Mason was probably like 9th or 10th coming into this process whenever he declared. Now he's all the way up to 3rd on ESPN.com.
Let's go,
tight
dude.
end ranking. So
Bet on yourself.
had a huge week down in Mobile.
Bet on yourself.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy the